Hi, and welcome to Green Sunrise Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Charlie Boy Quinn. I have with myself Brian Mitchell. Brian, how are we?
Not too bad. I thought you were going to bring back a yes there. You were poised there. You were poised. There we go. There we go. Are you sporting a goatee? I've tried it. I'm trying a goatee. I'm going to grow the
Brian,
goatee.
I've got myself a Phillips One Shave,
Right?
and it's only a free, and I'm just doing that. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, so it's quite
My
good. But
goatee just came when I was shaving this morning. I just thought I just couldn't be bothered doing the rest of it. I do the tricky bits. So I just thought, well, I'll go for this goatee.
it's looking good, Brian. It's looking good.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this referral link out. Anybody wants to come on to the podcast episode,
Please do.
please do. Please enter the. I've shared it in the links. So if you want to come in, press it, and you can come on and have a wee gander, or you can refer it. If we can have
This week,
a wee shot.
can I just say this week's beanie hat is a Christmas gift from Jack, the Tallbooth Bar. Anybody down at
Ah,
Glasgow Cross, Tallbooth, they do a 10 out of 10 pint of Guinness.
oh,
Anybody's interested in such things. I
such
have
things.
sampled it in the past. Dry
It's,
January, 2 days to go.
to,
2 days to go, Paul.
you're almost there. You're
I'm
almost there,
almost
Brian.
there.
You've done well, Brian. I've been sneaking a couple of pints now and again, but I've not been going to too much out of the extreme. But I'm all right with it. Look, Brian, me and you're going to talk about ReEngage and other charities. But
I'm
ReEngage,
looking forward to this one immensely. Really
right?
looking forward to this one.
ReEngage is a charity tackling isolation and so what it is really is it's becoming a friend to an older person, right? Giving an older person your time. This charity in itself, this ReEngage charity, is for people who are 75 and older. And obviously, there's a lot of people who are in isolation. So this charity you can volunteer with and become a volunteer, become a listening ear, Brian, and give the gift of time. When this came about, this charity came to me. It was actually my girlfriend who was talking about it, and I said, right, I need to talk
Hi,
about this.
Emma. Hi, Emma.
She's in the background. Oh, and just to let you know, my background, my surroundings are a bit different today. I'm not back in the house. I'm at her house, so I'm doing it there. I've tried to make the back a bit. No, what's that word for it? Misty. No, no
All
misty.
right.
It's a bit cloudy. I don't know if that's the right. It's cloudy. I've pressed a button to make so nobody can see the what's actually going on in the background here.
Interesting.
So, Brian, me and you're going to just go straight into this, right? We're going to
Right,
share
yeah.
the screen. This is a first for the Green Sunrise podcast, sharing the screen. Let's just do that. Let's go to that. Something's been wrong. 2 seconds.
Come on. Can I just unload while we're waiting on this guy, as you know, has been annoying me all week, Richard Tice, of the Reform Party?
Aye, what is this guy? So Richard Tice,
Right.
what's he saying about this, Brian?
Well, this is a guy who many months ago said that mental health, which is very important to ourselves, why we do this podcast, is the new back pain, meaning that people just fake sick days, fake time off work, by saying, mental health, like, oh, I've done my back in, it's all lies. Now, he's the recent one I've seen, but I think I'm a wee bit late to the party. I think it was a couple of months ago. But I seen because I was looking into some stuff on neuro diversity, which again, because we're planning to do an episode on,
Yeah.
and I came across this. I came across a parent. So Mr. Richard Tice, who could well be if Reform become the future government of the UK, could be the Chancellor of the Exchequer. He's seen as the second highest person in the Reform Party, has said that noise cancelling. Just look up Richard Tice ear defenders on YouTube after you've watched Green Sunrise podcast, and you will see this idiot saying that ear defenders is insane. Now, anybody who knows anything about autistic kids, people on the spectrum, know that these are essential for kids to, noise cancelling so that they can live their lives, so they can go to school, and so that they can try and live a life as normal, ever normal may be, as possible. But they're not suitable for Mr. Tice. And I was really upset. But go on to YouTube, because there's a father of an autistic kid, and this guy destroys him, absolutely destroys him. And so when I was looking at that, and in preparation for tonight's episode, I thought I'm going to look into what our major political parties are looking at, into volunteering and
Is it this article here, Brian, by any chance?
yes, he's attacking neurodiverse diverse children. I need to see. I'm even losing the power of speech when I see that. I don't know how I missed it a couple of months ago. It must have been Christmas time and everything else. But
yeah, 17th of November 2025. You're right.
yeah.
So he actually said about the headphones. He said that.
Yeah, ear defenders. Yes, they're insane. I mean, these are people who are going to be in charge of our purse strings. This is a guy who's been leading continual attacks on people, doing work for mental health, people suffering from mental health, and they are now saying that they will make work pay, and they want to increase defence spending by 14 billion. And how they're going to do that? They're going to attack public spending on things that we're about to talk tonight. So groups that want to help with mental health, want to do volunteering. We're going to be talking about loneliness for OAPs. I'm getting my hackles up just thinking about the attacks. And they'll all be doing it. They will all do it, Paul. Labour, Tory,
Reform UK, Richard Tice. I suppose we could mention another couple of names for Richard Tice, but let's not go there. So what we're going to look at today is hi from Epic Games. Epic Games said, hi, what you doing? We're doing a wee podcast based on ReEngage, a charity based on becoming a friend of an older person and giving them their time. Let's just stop screen here, and we're going to look at the actual website again. Let's share the screen again. I'm having technical difficulties, Brian, but let's get to it. We'll be all right. Right, here we're going to go with this. So this here is ReEngage. Why ReEngage? It tells you quite clearly there. As we get older, our social circles diminish, and we find ourselves with fewer and fewer people to turn to. Imagine realising one day that all your friends and family have gone from your life. Loneliness can be cruel, and it affects millions of people aged 75, over 75, who live in social isolation. Brian, as this tender age of 45, and you're getting on 50, Brian.
Going on 50, I like that. We've been a few years. I'm neither getting to the my circle of friends are diminishing. I find myself now getting into Asda, and see where you get the shirts and the black ties. I'm now stocking up on them, because I seem to be, unfortunately, but it's just age, I'm getting at attending more and more funerals. But no, that strikes, all joke aside, that strikes a chord with me, because tomorrow I would go to watch St Ox Juniors, as I always do, as you know, with my dad. Old Paddy Mitchell is 80 years of age, and their local derby playing Petershill at Petershill Park. So that should be a good one. But he always went to the junior football, and nowadays my dad, he'll not mind me saying, when he goes up to visit my mum at the Codder Cemetery, he actually has more people, more friends who live in the cemetery now than live amongst ourselves in the living realm. So going to things like that, his junior football is a great lifeline for him. That's where he can go meet people who are still with us thankfully, and just having that. There's a key thing on some of the stuff we've got, human connection.
Yeah.
I'm a big thing in that.
And
Big thing in that.
that's a question, Brian. Have we actually lost human connection? This is what we're going to ask people within this episode. Have we lost human connection, Brian? Because it believes to me that I don't think I've lost it, but I do understand that when you're trying to connect with somebody, you're trying to speak to somebody, some people find it really hard to talk
I
to
think
you.
what's happening, Paul, and going back to, I heard one of these politicians saying back in the day, which I find myself saying. So I think that's a dangerous thing. But if you allow me to say back in the day, right?
Yeah.
You know, um, I met Pamela at school. My wife Pamela at school. A lot of people, they met their other halves through human connection, right? Having to go up to somebody and ask them if they want to drink, they want to dance. Nowadays, there's so much human interaction is actually done online.
Yeah.
So, being an old fart, I would say that human connection is changing. When I say it's no longer in existence, but it's changing. It's like everything else. How we're doing this tonight, our conversation is using technology. I'm not coming around chapping your door saying, all right, Paul, you able to come out and play a game of 1021?
Right.
We're doing it, over social media.
Yeah.
So for perhaps there's still people, older generation that older than me, miss that natural human contact, that going to your local, going to your pub. Lots of people now do it through Snapchats, Instagram, TikToks, you name it. They can do Instagram lives, Teams, StreamYards, all these things are now. In years to come, it'll be so interesting when I'm long gone and in a graveyard, how people will interact. My main interaction, as we've discussed before, Paul, is doing this podcast. I love this just from my own. Helps my mental health, my 5-a-sides, my Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. My walks, going out for a walk, taking Charlie, the dog, out for a walk. So I think that human interaction is still what I look for. I think it's just interesting that it's changing now. The human interaction is now becoming more technological. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yep, certainly does. The aspect of the human connection. Do we speak to our neighbours, Brian? Do we? Are we looking after the older generation, right?
Well, I'll ask you this question, Paul, right? I'll ask you this question. What would you do first? What would come naturally to you first? Would you, if there was a guy just stays up the street, right, for yourself, 3 or 4 doors down, would you go along, chat his door, ask him if he needed anything from the shop on a cold winter's day, or would you send him a text?
Probably send him a text.
Aye, and I'd be the same.
Aye, probably send him a text.
And send him a text, and you could nowadays, what would you do? Would you go to his door and get him the money, or if he had the facility, would you allow him to ping it to you in your phone?
Probably allow him to ping it to me. That's right, and you're right there, Brian.
And you go to take a walk round local supermarket. Go to the local supermarket. Who's there to serve you? A television screen.
Yeah.
So you do that, the sort of key interactions, right? And if you had the facility, if the person had some QR code to whatever you were giving him, if in some day it becomes like Star Trek, and you could get his molten bread by hitting another button and putting it on his kitchen table, you would do that, So the interactions are diminishing. You don't need to go. The only visit you need to take to that gentleman's house is when you're actually delivering the goods. True. And now you could probably I'm just thinking it myself because I'm talking out loud. You could probably text. You could text me, geez, O'Brien, it's a beast for the East. I'm going to order myself from Just Food because these guys in electric bikes have snow chains. You need netting. I'll just ping me the money. Ping, ping, boom. And the twos have got a meal. I'll catch you
Uh,
on StreamYard. I'll catch you on an Instagram Live.
yeah,
And that's our interaction.
that's our interaction. So, so you're right. So let's look at this group of people, right? The reengage.org. I think I said to you before, but come on air, Brian. There are 7, I think. So reengage, Age UK, Silver Line, MHA, befriending, friend, Silver Friends. Yeah, I might pass for that one. Silver Friends. The care line. The care line one is anyone feeling lonely. So it's not just people who are older, but the other ones are for older individuals and older adults. Re-engage though. Let's look at it, Brian. Have you had much time to look at this page, Brian?
I have, Paul. I have. But
What stuck out for you?
the real one that stuck out to me is that just really what I've been talking about here. That whole need to connect, because I thought, what is the most important thing to me? What am I going to be looking for uh, in 10, 20 years' time, right?
Yep.
When, I'm maybe in my dad's position.
Yep.
Even though I'm coming from a generation who, when I get to 70, I get to 80, I get over 60, I'll be comfortable. Or God willing, I'll still be comfortable to use technology. Okay. But the the to coin a phrase, the arm around the shoulder, the shaking their hands, the seeing a smile on somebody's face, those, nothing beats that, Paul. Nothing
No.
beats that. I mean, we're having a talk on this podcast tonight, but does it ain't really beat when, you and I and maybe we're our pal Paul Turner, we're in the Crow Tavern or something in Bishop Briggs, having a few drinks, having a laugh. Does anything really beat that? Now, I'm not advocating the
No.
solution is going to pubs, but what I'm trying to say is, it sounds daft, people having a podcast, but but nothing beats there. In that, when they were talking about coffee mornings, which was that used to be a great thing when I was growing up. Believe it or not, I used to be a young altar boy many, many years ago, and after the Sunday masses, St Stephen's and Sighthill, they always seem to have coffee mornings, especially after the
Yep.
12 o'clock mass. And you would see people who then I thought, that's, my grandparents then, or parents then, the old people who are probably the age I'm at now, they
Yep.
would love to go down for a coffee morning. Cup of tea and a couple of bits of homemade cake. People having a blather. Doing things. I thought, again, back in the day. That should be the tagline for me. Back in the day.
So maybe we should name this back in the day. This
Yeah.
episode back in the day.
But
What?
no, all the things just struck a chord about for people to keep just talking. I mean, remember last week, Paul, we were talking about, I had said that what I needed, I had said in one of our old episodes that I needed people to sort of like me, right? And I initially had answered that, and I was looking for validation. And then we done last week episode, and I was saying, yeah, I'm going to review that because do I really need validation? Is that important to me, or should I just be true to myself? So I don't really think, now that we've done this and I've seen that, and you shared that to me before this episode, it's not the validation that's vital. It's not the validation, it's the connection.
Yep.
It's been part of something. It's gone in the Monday and the Tuesday and the Thursdays, even when it's -10, as it felt in Tuesday night, and being just having that time, that space, and more importantly, feeling that you're not alone.
Yeah. Well,
And that is features in that.
this reducing loneliness in later life, right? They're talking about obviously our tea parties are monthly social groups. You just spoke about that there, Brian, like a coffee morning for people aged 75 and older. To have afternoon conversations, laughter with friends of all ages. So it's not just obviously people for over 75, but if you want to turn up at one of these and give your time, let's say the volunteering is so important for not just the people that are there who are over 75 and such, but for yourself to get out and maybe break the mold and your normal day, right? So make yourself feel good as well when you help people, when you speak to people like that, you
Yeah.
feel so grateful for that, and that's important that we look at that as well. It's not just doing it for the sake of it, it's doing it because it really matters, life saving and all that. So they've got call companions, something they look forward to each month. The call companions is a telephone befriending service ensuring older people stay connected to the outside world. Call companions is available to anyone aged 75 or over who's social isolated and would like a regular chat over the phone with a friendly volunteer. So you don't even need to go and meet these people, you can actually phone them as well.
Paul, Paul, again, I'm going to give you a wee shout out here, right? Because I know you don't like doing that, but I know obviously you, when you're not on the Green Sunrise, we're not doing the podcast.
Yeah,
Um, and I know how many calls you take off people, just
yeah,
privately, just
aye,
personally, right?
yeah,
People struggling.
yeah,
Incredible amount, right? Incredible amount. At all times, at any time. And people call you privately from a dark place, and just after that, and when I've spoke to them, that that's what they've always said, that you have taken away from them that loneliness that they were feeling at that moment in time, and you've made them feel better. You've lifted their spirits. Um, so again, kudos to yourself for that. That says a lot about you as a human being. But everybody, needs that. I mean, do we talk to our neighbours? You say that,
yeah,
do we? But simple, acts of human kindness. But I
yeah.
would like to say, because I was banging on about political parties,
Mhm.
um, people should. Scottish elections are coming up. Before you put your postal vote or your X, go down in your polling station, put your X. Remember that, see all the people doing the voluntary work and you and Bob always big advocates for uh, men's health.
Yeah,
Sorry, Men Matter Scotland. I seen
yeah.
his podcast, by the way. You should give that a shout out. That was tremendous.
What one was that?
Um, you posted it to me. He was
Oh, right,
on.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
IDP. Yeah, that was
I'll
great.
let you in a minute with that. But all these groups need, all these people need funding to keep doing, which is essential work. Tomorrow I'm going to the juniors, right? St Rock's Juniors. Transformation up at that football club. Okay?
Yeah,
Volunteers. They don't do it. They don't do it. They don't get paid. They're all volunteers, right? Big guys like Big Toddy and that up there. Incredible work that they do. And they lay on, it's not just junior football, they lay on, homework groups. They lay on, because, they always look after poor, vulnerable people. Christmas parties, pensioner nights, Easter parties, right?
yeah,
All sorts of things they do, and it's unbelievable. And they do it, but occasionally they need grants, they need funding, they need people, toy drives, food banks. They do all that
yeah,
up that rock, and they're not alone. Lots and lots and lots of different charities. We live in a world, sadly, where there's people who could probably give everybody £1 billion, and we have to rely on this charity. Sorry, all different charities, but uh, those people need funding. So, getting back to my point, before you vote, please remember all these mental health charities need funding from time to time, and all these politicians, when they talk about public spending, these are the things that they're going to attack.
yeah.
Sorry, Paul,
100%.
we were going to talk about Big Bob, give Big Bob a shout out because I thought I
Ah,
was tremendous.
give Big Bob a shout. And definitely, I was actually trying to get the video to show people that as well, but I'm going to share it out loud. We said we're only going to do half an hour, so we'll get that done next couple of minutes. We'll finish up. So let's look at this mob again, right? And I'll put it up on the screen. Sorry, because it's their plan. This is what their plan is. Their plan is to once get it on the screen.
And you broke your whole flow, didn't I, by mentioning Big Bob's podcast? Always a good shout
No,
out for a big
it
man.
was fine,
Right,
big.
sorry.
It was I know his podcast. Was it the one he done with me, or was it the one he done? Oh, that was the one that I reshared with. That was the very first episode of Green Sunrise.
Yeah,
Was it that one? Aye,
yeah.
that was phenomenal. That was Bob. I mean, that what you see is what you got with him. That was great to share that again. That was the very beginning of the Green Sunrise podcast. That was the beginning of the YouTube journey.
Aye.
It's been gone before that, but that was the very beginning of the YouTube journey. So yeah, Bob's episode. If you've not watched it, you should watch Bob's episode. Again, for Men Matter Scotland at the bottom there. So the reducing loneliness for in later life. Our strategic plan for 2023 to 2028. Our vision is a world where that no one is ever to never too old to make friends and enjoy social interaction. Our mission is to work with communities to end social isolation and loneliness in older people. So, guys, if you've not seen this, and you think you want to volunteer with these people, you can volunteer through the phone, but you can also volunteer, go and give 1 day a month. Do you know what I mean? If you've got it, you can give 1 day a month. You might possibly be, you can maybe do one a week. I don't know,
There's a
but
lot of employers, Paul. It's worthwhile saying because I'm going to look into that. There's a lot of employers who also do, I know my work do it, who do volunteering days, allow people who get a day a year off their work to go and do
well,
volunteering.
this could be perfect for them as well. This could be really perfect for that. Celebrating their 60th anniversary. So 2025 marks 60 years of ReEngage, reducing loneliness in later life. I didn't even realise this.
No.
So wow, so it's been a long time. You can work for these guys as well. The history: 1965, a young man called Trevor Littleton encountered an older woman living near him in London. She was alone and had no electricity in her house. Saddened by the realization that she had just one of many people living like this in the borough, Trevor decided to take something or to do something to help other people or older people in his area. Trevor contacted the Marleybone Welfare Department and with friends visited a total of 12 older people after and invited them on a visit to Hampton Court. After a successful first meet-up, Trevor decided to set up further groups. So that's the founder of
Absolutely brilliant. And the
Engage.
sad thing is, just what I'm talking about, nowadays, whoever becomes in government will probably be saying, what is Marleybone Welfare actually doing? Well, we'll just shut that down. We'll just shut that down.
Well,
They don't do
yeah,
anything,
you never know that. You know
you
they're
know.
like, right.
What are they doing? Nah, you know.
Bryzo, before we kick off, have a beautiful Friday night. But is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm going to look into re-engage myself a wee bit more because I know my work do the volunteering, and I'm going to see where the nearest one is and look to see if I can apply for a day's volunteering. And felt very motivated after that. And if no re-engage, then I will look into something else and maybe feed that back.
Well,
Um,
what I'll do is, Brian, I'll put all the websites and all the people that have the 7 or so that I've got that I've researched today or the night. I'll shove it in the comments of this podcast. Thank you so much, Brian.
always a
Uh,
pleasure.
Guys, I'm going to leave you on Decide on Life. Hashtag Decide on Life. Hashtag Green Sunrise Podcast. And hashtag Brido. Brizo, have a good day tomorrow, mate. Hope your team
Yes, I
wins.
will. And remember, back in the day,
Back in the day, that's what this episode's going to be called.
All
Back
right,
in the
man.
day. Right, my man.
God
See you
bless
later
you
on.
all. Thank you.
God bless. Bye bye.
Good night.